everybody. I'm Elise Real,
And I'm Isha Bell.
and this is Full Time Black Women, a community for Black professional women to live, laugh, grow, and feel the soul.
So what are we talking about today, Elise?
Today's topic is when the world feels loud, how to manage external stress.
I feel like I don't want to say a pro, but I'm a survivor. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to work harder. Wait, did I miss a part? You know I mess up these lyrics all the time. I say what I hear, and usually it's not correct.
I mean, that is part of the lyrics, but I feel like in this context, I ain't working harder. We're working.
I have to work harder.
Smarter. We working smarter.
I'm going to try to get onto your level. So go ahead and teach me how to manage this stress.
So we know that stress is inevitable to a certain extent. The world is nuts, and outside of the world, our lives can get nuts. If you are wearing multiple hats in any way, shape, or form, whatever your role or titles are, when all of those things combined, stress as big as the planet can arise.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Did you hear Captain Planet?
Yes.
I know, and that's where I got it from.
But all the four powers combined, and then you said the planet. I was like,
yeah, I did it
Planet,
intentionally.
he's the hero.
Yes.
You know, they don't have theme songs like they used to have back then. They don't put too much time into this.
Well, you know what? I can't say that.
He's what?
I can't say that. Some of the anime ones are really like they be hitting. But the regular day-to-day, I don't know. I've been out the cartoon game for a while too, so I don't know if I'm like missing some of the
Believe
really
me,
good
you're
ones,
not,
but
because that's all my life is.
I feel like some
Films
of
and
them are
kids shows.
catchy.
Some of them are, but they aren't all hits.
Yeah, no,
you know what I'm
I
saying?
feel you on that. Yeah. And that is our break of joy for this.
Joy.
That was good. I was expecting. I thought you were going to come with more. I heard a song just off of that.
No.
Because I heard and pain.
See, and I did hear that.
Sunshine.
What?
And rain.
Give them to the people.
Yeah.
Wait, what are the words?
I don't know. I make those up. Is it sing it again one time? Because that's how
give it to them. Is it?
Give it to them one more time. It don't matter. See, this is the stress that comes when you don't. I get it. It's okay.
It is managing us. We ain't managing nothing. We are reporting to stress.
Yes. With no pension or nothing. Just reporting in. Like clocking.
Paying it with time and energy.
So we acknowledge external stressors arise. Things outside of our control come up all the time. And they can quietly accumulate one on top of the other. So today, our goal is to have a conversation about how to recognize external stress and build strategies to stay grounded and calm and make it through.
So that was very relaxing, and I'm about to break it up. You know what time it is? No.
But we let's get started with those stats for that ass. Hey, stats for that ass. We bringing you the facts with some stats for that ass.
I did.
All right. So Black women report high levels of psychological stress. Surprise, no. With 51% stating it impacts their health and 22% reported a major impact. Driven by race and gender discrimination, 20% experience chronic health conditions worsened by stress. We always say stress can and will kill you. Okay? From often experiencing weathering. We did speak about this in a past episode. Or accelerated aging. So despite high stress, Black women are half as likely as white women to seek mental treatment. And that comes along probably with a stigma from, the Black church. And if you're going to seek mental health treatment, I mean, you don't believe in God. You ain't got no faith.
Yeah.
You probably need to be baptized again because you don't vote. How dare you take care of a part of your body?
Right.
So with only 13% seeking help for
certain.
Let's talk about how our friends and family can stress us. That's what we could talk about.
I'm so sorry.
How they set you up to be stressed. Like, why you stressed? What's wrong with you? Girl, it should be joy and pain. Yeah, you're right. I'm joking. I don't know that word. So with only 13% seeking certain disorders, And that is a fact from Healthline.
Mm.
What do you think about
Um,
those facts, Elise?
I mean, I am not surprised by the small number of us actually seeking help or feeling some kind of way about it in comparison to white women. I mean, how many times have you heard that's a white thing? You gonna talk to your problems about or with a stranger? You gonna talk about your life with some kind of stranger? That's the white thing. Or the exactly as you said, you need more prayer, you need to be baptized, which
You don't need no mental health. You need
right.
some spiritual health.
That
That's what you need. You need to have. You know how small a mustard seed is?
or just and
Small.
it's wild to me as I sat here, listened to you say it, and then thought about it. It's like, God forbid he calls somebody into psychology. Like, if if
It
if
could have
God
been the devil calling you. Don't
and these are the
confuse it
things,
saying it's God. It
please
could be the devil calling you. That's the devil's work. You
trigger
playing in people's minds like that.
already uncomfortable. But yes, those are the thoughts and the things that some people say, and it's a shame that mental health help gets demonized sometimes in that way, or just avoided for whatever reason. And I know we are both advocates of mental health, so it's just
Absolutely. Full-time black woman.
yeah,
You
we
can't
need
do
that.
everything. You need help. You
Yeah.
need a team to help you get to the next milestone in your life, be it a day by day, an hour by hour, or minute by minute. You need help. And guess what? You deserve help. It's your right.
Hmm.
So let's talk about what external stress really is. When we define external stress in simple terms, it's basically pressures that originate outside the self. So work demands, family expectations, global events. Let's talk about that. What's
Hmm.
going on right now in the world? War.
Or
War is happening in our today. World War III, some people are saying, is going to be popping off. God, please don't allow that to happen.
I know
It's so scary. Everybody got nuclear weapons now. It was different back in the
that
day.
part.
But did you see? I'm not going to add more stress to this. We'll talk about that in another. But also financial uncertainty, especially during times the economy was going horrible before. But can you imagine now, if war continues and prolongs, what's going to happen to the financial state of not just the country, but us as individuals?
Yeah.
Things are going to go up in price. That doesn't have to mean our salary is going to go up to match. Things are I say your daughter, your dollar is going
Mm.
to go
Speaking it.
shorter and shorter. So when we think about how the brain reacts to external stress, fight or flight, we all know about that.
Hmm.
Either I ain't running, who running, who running, or I ain't got time for this. Pew! You're gone. And cognitive overload. Sometimes it could destabilize you. When you have too many things coming in at the same time, it will make you freeze. So it's not even a fight, flight. It's you're freezing yourself at the same time.
Hmm.
But guess what? The problems are still happening. That's not going to change them and make them go away. Sometimes that will make them actually double, triple in size because you're not handling the root of it in the first place.
Yeah.
And let's highlight why external stress really matters. Unmanaged external stress can distort decision making. I know I have been in situations where I could not make simple decisions at all. I couldn't figure out, should I put a t shirt on my son or not? Based off what the temperature was, would it make him overheated and he was too small to say he was hot and he just would have been crying all day? Or should, if I didn't put a t-shirt on, would he be cold and they had AC in the school? Girl, I could
Yeah.
not think of it because I was under so much stress in that horrible marriage that I was in that I could
Hmm.
not make simple decisions. So I know how that feels. And
Yeah.
I'm the type of person I can make a decision like that. I'm not an
Hmm.
indecisive person at all. I've never been an indecisive person. I know what I want and I make the decisions. But when you are dealing with external stressors that was not yours to begin with, but it's
Yeah.
somehow coming onto you,
Yeah.
drains your energy, and it also affects your relationships with not just others, but also with yourself.
That part.
So external stressors matter because first of all, they're being let in through something. And
Hmm.
that's you allowing them in. And also it changes your output as well. Like it causes so much unnecessary confusion. And it's hurtful, especially when you're like, I ain't create this. How the fuck am I carrying this?
That part.
Yeah.
So let's talk about how to recognize when these external stressors take over.
Mhm.
So there's a few different signs that you might experience that might come up or that you might be ignoring and need to take notice of now. Some of those could be physical signs. So it could be actual physical tension. You might experience it in your shoulders, your neck. You might feel it in your back, in your hips, and your legs. You might feel it in
Mm.
your feet. Or, of course, headaches, tension headaches, and things like that. Could be in your stomach. Your stomach could always be upset or tight or just at uneased. That's not the word I'm looking for, but you know what I'm trying to
I know
say.
you're talking about because I just felt that, like, ooh, like
Yeah.
sour.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. You could also experience really shallow breathing, so almost to the point of hyperventilation or just not taking up enough oxygen in general. So very short, shallow, non-nourishing breaths. You could also experience emotional signs, and that a lot of people might mistake that as hormones. They might mistake it as being hungry, but sometimes it's actually stress, being irritable, being overwhelmed for sure. All the decisions and all the stressors that come up and combine together might have you feeling overwhelmed, like you can't make that decision or it's too much happening, you're overloaded to the point
Yeah.
sometimes you can become completely numb and you're not feeling anything that makes you happy, that makes you sad, that makes you angry. Things show up on the news and you are just unfazed. You could also experience behavioral signs. So sometimes behavioral signs can look like procrastination, especially when it comes to decision making. You might be, again, stressed, overwhelmed by the amount of things going on and the decisions that you have to make. So you just decide not to make decisions at the time. You kind of
Mhm.
prolong that process so you don't have to deal with it. It could also show up as procrastinating on certain tasks because you know or feel that that task is going to be stressful.
I know that.
Yeah, me too.
I know.
You might also result to snapping at people. Again, speaking to that being irritable and already experiencing tension, any little thing might set you off and therefore you might snap at them, get angry really quickly with them. Either that or you check out again altogether, kind of falling into that numbness feeling and just go to doom scrolling through your phone thinking that, this is relaxing. However, you might be taking in more stressors unknowingly, or you are allowing yourself to be distracted and then the stressors pile up. So it's a
Yep.
couple things that can happen with doom scrolling, more than a couple.
Huh?
The
That's
last
definitely has
one
happened.
yeah. The last one being cognitive signs. So one of those could be difficulty focusing. Sometimes it's not a matter of procrastination that happens when you have multiple decisions to make. Sometimes it's just the inability to focus on one decision at a time to actually make it.
Hmm.
You might also have a moment where you're thinking catastrophically all the time. It's not
I mean,
it's
was you directing that towards me or a hit dog hollering over here?
No, I saw the word and what it really was, and I was like, "I don't know how to say that. I don't think I can
Okay, 'cause
say
you
it."
got real close to the camera. Like, if y'all watching us on YouTube right now, y'all see I'm not crazy. I didn't just
No,
make that
I
up.
did.
She did, and she did
I
hand
did
thing
it.
like to
Yes.
point to me. Like, remember that?
No. No. It was
That's what I
like
look. That's what I felt you did. So if y'all want to go see what Elise did to me, that why I feel triggered, or I'm just hit dog hollering over here, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Full Time Black Woman. Looked her up and down. I just looked at my desk and looked back up. It was real her, virtual.
I mean, it had nothing to do with you. I was trying to pull that word from out of my chest. So
Yeah, but then your
out of the
hand did
memory bank. And then yeah,
it.
I
Yeah.
need the hand action in order to pull
No,
that out.
I'm just triggered.
I understand.
I'm
Sometimes it happens.
stressed. I'm just stressed. It
I
had
was
nothing to do
stressed
with
over
you.
that word. I'll put it that way. So when you think catastrophically, you think everything is going to go wrong. So your immediate thoughts are not how to get through a thing, but how many bad things are going to happen. Or even if I do the thing, it's going to be all wrong.
Oh, that's horrible. It's a
It
horrible
is.
existence.
It is. And then on top of that, just overthinking all the way around. So everything requires a rumination. Everything requires cause effect analysis, SWOT analysis, like all the things that you could possibly think about one topic requires all of your attention for that before you can move on to the next thing. And I can speak about it because I know I've done it. I know
Both
I've
of
done it.
us. Both of us. Let's talk about this for the 100th time. I just need to
That,
make sure. Okay. So if I decide to do, yeah.
that. So it's like,
What
I
is
mean,
it? Analysis paralysis?
analysis paralysis or
Huh.
paralysis of analysis, all
Yeah.
all of that. Yeah. I mean, if you sit and think about it, there's at least one thing, at least, and maybe not, maybe you are good. But for some, there might be at least one thing lately that has just been weighing on you that you didn't choose. I mean, if we look at the world today, as Isha mentioned, the war and possibilities of bigger war and all the things, or economics in relation to war, or just in general, because it's not like things weren't high already.
The block been hot.
A lot better. Yes, yes. So these are things that might be weighing on you and causing stress. I know for me, it was definitely economics because everything has been going up and increasing, and it is at a different pace than everything else, like income and things like that. It's at a different
Mm,
pace. And
yeah.
while I'm not in jeopardy at the moment, it's still something I feel the need to prepare for. So I'm just trying to be smart about it so I don't get surprised. But it is a stressor because
Yeah.
it's unavoidable. I can't control how things increase around me, the grocery store prices, gas prices. Mom texted me the other day, like, make sure you don't let your gas tank get too low because the gas prices are already increasing. Jumped up like a whole dollar.
Really?
It's
I didn't
crazy.
even notice
Just
it. But I
dang.
haven't been to the pump since before all
Right.
this stuff
Same.
happened. So
Same.
I'm pretty
So
sure next time I go, I'm like, I could have swore I spent how much to fill up? Now it's.
that part. That.
Oh my gosh. So there are three layers of managing external stress. First, we need to regain internal stability. Tools that help regulate the body and mind, grounding techniques. This is something that Elise can speak to the hustle healer probably a lot better than I can, but there is a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 sensory check-in. So I remember my therapist went through this with me when I felt like I was about to have a panic attack or I was having a panic attack at the time. She was like, you need to look at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm like, girl, I can't breathe.
No, I'm counting.
Exactly. They small, the room gets small. She's like, okay, so
Hmm.
let's start from with the inside, your body and mind. Because if your internal world is steady, the external stuff feels less overwhelming. And this is something that I have experienced because you know it's been a trying few years for me. Okay. Coronavirus, COVID, then it turned to COVID. And then after that, it turned to a Trump. So then it's like craziness, And then, with
Another
the
virus.
right, another parasite, got rid of another parasite, my ex-wife. So it's just like it was just things after another. But this tool did help me after me being combative with my therapist at the time. So I did have to come back and tell her, like, girl, you was right.
Yeah.
That did work. But so it's basically come one of my favorite tools is that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding technique. You name 5 things you can see, then you name 4 things you can touch at the time that you're going through this. So 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 you can taste. It pulls you out of the stress spiral that is happening at the time back into the present moment. So, 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 you can taste. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding technique. So, there are different breathing patterns that, the hustle healer is very much aware of that calm the nervous system. And if you guys want to know more about what breath work is and how Elise has her own breath work practice, you go ahead and follow her at the hustle _healer.
That's it.
Okay, I got it
You did
right.
it. You did it.
_healer on Instagram. So she will be able to provide more information about that. Or if you wanted to have a one-on-one session as well, believe me, it is worth it. I have done it. I have been able to have excellent visions and beautiful results afterwards. You're going to want to take a nap. Just make sure you don't have anything planned after that appointment. Don't say, oh, I could do it before I go pick up the kids, or I could do it before during my lunch break. I mean, you can fit in whatever you can, but it's best not to have nothing to do other than rub your feet together afterwards. Make sure you get hydrated too. You got to drink some water before you,
Yes,
but drift
you got
off
it.
and get that ugly, nasty slobber sleep.
That
Okay, your
part,
body be so relaxed.
a nasty nap.
I like that, a nasty nap. Yeah, because that's how I feel. You wake up like, like a baby bird. So even 30 seconds of slow exhale, focus breathing can calm your nervous system. And micro breaks to interrupt the stress spirals. I know when I used to, I haven't had one in a long time, have a panic attack. That's the first thing I wanted to focus on, my breathing. Like
Mm,
I could not have any control. It was too, I like to have control. Not
mhm,
complete control. I like to have some control. I'm flexible,
yeah.
but I had no control and it just felt an out of world experience.
Mhm,
So don't underestimate the micro breaks. Okay. It makes a difference. And a 2-minute pause can reset your whole afternoon.
yeah.
So after doing the regain internal stability, creating boundaries around stress inputs. Would that mean? No. Period.
That
That's it.
complete
How
sentence.
do you reduce unnecessary exposure? Tell the motherfuckers no. And I don't care if it's your mama, your daddy, your husband, your wife. I don't care if it's your kids. I don't care if it's your dog, your cat.
Mhm.
Motherfucker, no. You ain't got to put the motherfucker part on it. You could say that silently in your head, but just tell them no. That's it. But setting communication boundaries, limiting after work messages. I don't like to use the word train, but it is work.
It is what it
I had
is.
to train every new manager I have come across. I do not work past the time that I put in. Because
Mhm,
when I'm here, oh, I'm here and I'm putting in that work. But do not think that you could just hold on to me because I have other responsibilities. And that was before I had kids. This is when I was single. I didn't have kids at all.
mhm. Your business is your business.
You can't just because you come in later than me that you think I'm supposed to stay later with you and we're supposed to walk out together. No, that's not going to happen. You need to
Mm-mm.
come earlier and then we can walk out together. But no, you're not, you don't get to control my life. I'm not a slave.
That.
I am a free human person. Human person. Human.
Yep.
Yeah, I post it too. Managing news and social media intake of your news. I know you spoke about cleaning up your news feed,
Yeah,
your timeline, because it was just too
yeah.
much for you to handle. Um, and clarifying what is yours to carry and what belongs to others. That's why I said I didn't create this, so why am I carrying this? That has changed. I don't do any of that no more. Like,
Mhm.
and I also have worked on building practical systems that reduce stress load. When shit happens, because shit always go what happen,
Happen.
what be happening, shit. Before I used to be regular, how to fix it, I gotta fix it. But now I've got the point, I'm like, well,
Exactly,
I
like,
like to call it my whelp system. Does it work? It works for me.
whole SpongeBob meme. Well, I'm get up
Yep.
out of here.
I give myself a moment from after something happens before I react. Before, as soon as it happens, I gotta react. I gotta figure it out. I gotta come up with a plan. Now I'm like, well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna come back. And guess what? It's still gonna be here.
Yeah.
But I am making plans to come back. I'm not walking away and just allowing it to fester. I will be back, but when I'm ready and have the capacity to handle it.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to allow myself to be in routines that continue to make me decision fatigued.
Mhm.
Okay. Have had no problem, which is funny because old Isha would have took on so many different roles and things that people have offered me. Like, do you want to
Yeah.
handle this? Do you want to handle that? Do you want to handle this? Oh, sure, 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 I could do it. And now, but oh shoot, I bit off too much I could chew.
Yep.
I don't like to let people down, so I would have killed myself trying to figure out how to make it all work.
Mhm.
But I don't do that anymore. I have reduced my decision fatigue. I have told people no problem at all. Or if I can't handle it, I have no problem delegating.
Mhm.
Okay, we all need help. That doesn't make me
That
less of anything, doesn't make me less of a FTBW at all. I have no problem asking for help or delegating and also decluttering. Environmental factors matter, man.
they do.
Those eyes ain't just pretty. They also be fucking me up when I be seeing shit because I can't be around it. I have to declutter. My workspace need to be set up. It needs to be functional and efficient for me.
Hmm.
I can't be in noisy environments. I mean, I can handle some things because that's one thing I know how to do now I'm a mom. I can block out some noise.
Yeah,
People like, "You don't hear that? Hear what?" Because I blocked it out.
right.
How big is
Unless
your
it's
mus
a freaking what's the smoke detector beeping. I can't block that out. I'm
Really?
not there yet.
Yo, no, I agree.
I
I
can't
agree.
do that. But
And how do people sleep in their homes?
I
And those
don't.
things are beeping every 2 to 3 minutes. How I
It
guess that's
irritates
their
me
woke
so
system.
bad. I guess that's their limit. They can deal with that. Might not be able to deal with something else. Everybody got what they can handle. For me, that is not one.
My gosh, you are so right. I can't handle it. I'll go and change all of the batteries. That way,
Absolutely.
the other ones don't get no ideas.
Mhm. Exact that part. That part.
So I ain't about to gank on me.
Exactly. My goodness. So let's make this more real because sometimes it's easy to hear all the things that you can do, should do, or how it looks in theory, but let's make it more real. So first things first, workplace. That one place that stress can come up and it is out of your control most of the time. But if you think about it, consider yourself sitting at the desk and all of a sudden your email is going off. Inbox popping. Bing, bing, bing. Teams is going. I forget how the sound go. I done blocked that out now. The teams, the team song. I done blocked that out of my mind because I don't even answer those right away. Sometimes if I am in a zone and doing something, like first of all, announce yourself because you don't know what I'm working on. I might be in the midst of something. I might already be in a meeting and you calling me and have ignored everything else in Teams.
But that's the thing. Like when you work in the office, people just walk to your office or come to
Yes.
your desk or your cubicle and just ask a question. Nobody has to send you a message say, "Hey, is it okay if I drop by?" People just it's the
Right.
same
People
culture.
just you're absolutely right. And even
And I
then,
would turn around looking like this. Remember I You got to play people didn't want to ask you questions anymore. I said, thank God. I went from years of working from home to going back into the office. That was a social experiment for real. They should have put me on a reality show. What does work from home do to you? I used to turn around people. It used to be you too.
in
I was
the
turning around,
deep.
you like, hi. I was like, hey. And you're like, you okay? I'm like, I'm fine. Why? You're like, your face does
You had
not
no
seem
control
like
over it.
you're fine. I was like, I was just in the middle of something. I'm so used to working by myself and not
Mhm.
and put my headphones and just get into it. But
Yeah. It was a time.
that
It was
was
a
a
time.
time was had, a had was time. Okay.
Yes. So you going through all of these things, all of these potential stressors and micro stressors that can build up, add up, and all of a sudden your internal stability is off. You start either holding your breath or breathing shallowly. You might start to feel yourself kind of crunch down, shoulders start to round in. Maybe now you've got a headache after all of these beeps and announcements and alerts and things. Everything feels like it's crowded in, and now headache, tension. Now you are
Mm.
stressed. You have felt physical symptoms. You have experienced probably irritability by now. This is what that can look like. So, what do? In that moment, take a pause.
Well,
Exactly. Take a pause. Remember that not everything requires urgency. Sometimes you have to have, not even sometimes, you have to have boundaries in place so that you protect yourself and your mental, emotional, physical well being. So perhaps this means you turn off notifications after 6 o'clock. Perhaps this means while you're in meetings, you are ignoring emails, you are ignoring any other Teams messages that pop up in the midst of that meeting and give that meeting your entire focus. Perhaps it just means that you need to set different reminders so that you are getting up from your desk at certain points of the day to give yourself a micro break from that scenario altogether so that you can handle it moment after moment, day by day.
micro break at work. I say microwaves at the work office, but a micro break, no, I'm taking me a full break. Okay.
Exactly.
I'm taking a break.
You know what? And that is absolutely important because some people don't even do that. If
That's
you are
crazy.
working through lunch, If you are staying at your desk for the full 8 hours plus 2 because you decide to work overtime that you don't
When are
get
you using
paid
the
for.
bathroom? When are you getting up to get some water? When are
That,
you hydrating yourself? When are you feeding yourself?
these are all
Your eyes
important
don't hurt
things.
staring at that screen all those hours? Guess
Exactly.
what? You don't get no sticker for it.
You
You don't.
don't. You
It's
don't.
called being a work mule. Okay?
Yes.
Like, have I done it in the past? Yeah, that's why I'm telling you not to do it.
Yep.
Nothing
Yep.
really comes
Exactly.
out of it other than more custom expectations for you and you only.
Mm-hmm. You
No.
raise the bar for how people mistreat you when you don't
Yeah.
take care of yourself in those ways. You have to create systems for yourself that actually blocks out time sometime for you to focus, for you to have quiet for yourself. So whatever that looks like, that could be a work scenario. Another scenario could be family or caregiving pressures. So your internal stability might be off because the kids are fighting, your significant other is asking you where dinner at, but you just got home.
Like you.
Exactly like them. You could have to go grocery shopping and realizing that the prices in the grocery store are up from the last time you were in there. Eggs went from $1.99 to $2.50.
Why am
Who
I paying
knows?
$100? I ain't getting no meat.
Not
Why
a
is my bill over $100? I didn't even get no.
So that was a conversation I had recently. My aunt was saying she went to the grocery store. She didn't have any meat in her bag. And she came out with like, I don't know, 2 bags and spent like $50. She
Yeah,
was like, where the heck did it go? I ain't even have any meat. What is this?
girl.
I
Yeah.
was confused.
Oh, but the price of eggs is back.
Child,
So y'all gonna live off of just eggs? That's
that
all y'all.
part.
That's the reason why y'all bought them for eggs. Okay. All right.
So all of these things can be happening. Again, irritability on 10. Again, tension on 10. And your stomach might be turning in knots because you are being pulled in 50 million directions and the decision-making ability is now down because everything is urgently requiring your attention from your family. And this feels like your center. This is supposed to be where you are relaxed and the most at home and feeling the most yourself. So in those moments, focus on grounding before having the tough conversations that need to be had because this is family. So make sure that you're centered before you end up lashing out unnecessarily. So your boundaries might be saying, look, I can't cook dinner right now. So either you order something or you wait for me, wait for me.
Or you cook.
Or you cook. That too. Order something, you
Or y'all
cook,
have a
wait
snackathon.
for me, whatever the case is. Or we're just not eating. Figure it out for yourself. Maybe that's it. Maybe Tuesdays are a fend for yourself night, except for the kids. You figure that. Whatever works. But take a deep breath before you have those conversations. Maybe implement the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding technique that Isha talked about so you can get back into the present instead of thinking about all the to-dos and problems that might be arising and trying to tackle them all at once. Perhaps creating a system with a calendar and shared responsibilities or dividing responsibilities might also help.
We started our chore chart.
Yes,
They've been
yes.
begging me for a chore chart. I was like, what was wrong with me? Why did my kids have to ask for a chore chart?
That,
But
yes,
that's a good sign. They're
that is a
asking,
very good sign.
And then they said, so we get allowance, right?
Ooh,
Right after
them
it.
your kids.
Mr.
Them your
Negotiator.
kids. Like, we
Right?
don't work for free. Where's the payment?
Yeah, I was very proud.
That's good. As you should be. As you should be. If you don't know, you need to know that Isha is in the Black budget. She is everything about money, budgeting, increasing your income, managing the stress that comes along with it, any trauma that you might have with money. Let's fix those narratives and get you on the path to being in the Black.
Yes.
Absolutely, please check her out. And if you need to, on top of that, get your hair done.
They gonna get your hair did.
Get your hair did. If nothing else, that might be something you need to add to your day to be fully taken care of from
Add
your
it to your
crown.
team.
And
Add it to your team.
add her to your team in order to pull something off your plate and give some time back to yourself. That's another big thing that stress As you said, it can be managed through delegation. And perhaps that delegation is adding someone to your team of support, whether
Yeah.
that is a hairstylist, whether that is a loctician, whether that is a relaxation and breathwork coach, whether that is a money coach, whether that is an accountant, a cleaning
Therapist.
therapist, all of the things. Wherever you need some assistance and realize and understand you can't do everything on your own. They
Yeah.
say it takes a village for a reason. Sometimes that village isn't just your family, it's the people that you enlist to hire to do what it is you need done. So I'm gonna end it there.
Yes.
I'm gonna end it there. So let's go ahead and jump into getting hashtag Casperish while
Hashtag Casperish.
feel like we haven't done a hashtag Casperish in a
We
minute.
haven't.
Yes. For those who are new, for those that do not know, or those that have just forgotten, hashtag Casperish is where we get a little transparent. We get a little more Casperish about the topic at hand and in relation to ourselves and our personal lives. So, Isha, have your stress levels improved or worsened over the years, and how have you been managing your stress as of late?
My stress levels have absolutely improved over
Mm,
the years, as I mentioned before, since my divorce.
mm-hmm.
During the divorce procedures, I guess you could call them, I was a shit show. They were at an all-time high.
Yeah.
And then once everything got settled or settle-ish, I would
Mm-hmm.
have to say they definitely went down. And when I got used to transforming from a single married mom into just a single mom and got a routine for both myself and my boys, we all feel safe and stable. That was a huge
Yeah.
impact to my stress level. And as well as finding new employment, deciding what I was worth
Mhm.
and realizing that I ain't got to take this shit.
That part.
I got 2 jobs. Okay. Good. I ain't gotta what? Take this shit. And I'm not,
Right.
you know.
No.
So I feel like I cleaned house
Mhm.
in more than one way.
Yeah.
Okay. I cleaned house with my relationships to people who were draining and detrimental to me, be it family or friends.
Mhm.
Also, I curated my environment to speak to what I needed, maybe not what I wanted, but what I needed
Yeah.
was important. I feel like I've been managing my stress lately with a lot of wealth,
A lot of
a
work.
lot of wealth, a lot of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 wealth.
Yeah.
Like, that's the best way for me to put it. I know I'm always going to have levels of stress. That's just a part of being a human. That's just part of being an adult. And fortunately, it comes with this whole suit of being a Black woman as well. Stress just is there. It's just
Yeah.
figuring out the way to allow it not to manage me, but to manage it. And I feel as I've gotten older, I realize worry doesn't do anything but add fuel and kerosene to the fire at the same time.
That.
Girl, I ain't about to burn my locks and my eyebrows off. I'm not. My mom used to say it all the time when we were kids. Y'all ain't gonna kill me. Y'all ain't gonna stress me out and kill me. Dramatic? Yes. Why are you telling
The
me this? I'm
stress.
6. She
Right.
used to tell me that all the time. Y'all ain't about to stress me out and kill me. That's what y'all ain't gonna do. She be on the phone with my grandma, my aunts. Honey, kids acting up. I said, y'all ain't about to kill me. I know that's right because they ain't gonna do what? Kill me.
Right.
I just remember hearing that cordless phone
Dang.
clicking on and off, and it's always about us and what we're doing and stuff.
Yeah.
Girl, get a life, because no one's trying to take yours. I just remember
Right.
thinking that. Now I can't even think of saying that to my kids. Y'all ain't about to kill
Mm.
me. What
Yeah.
y'all, what y'all here doing? Having fun? Y'all here having a disagreement as siblings? You gonna kill me? That's what you trying to
Right.
do, huh? You got something behind your back, a plan to kill me? Well,
My
stress. Like,
goodness. Yeah.
girl, we were honor roll students and star athletes. What are we doing to you again? You were doing something right. Why are you where is this coming from? But anyways,
Yeah.
but yeah, just realizing and also I manage my stress by having in the back of my mind that I could so create the life that I want because I have been doing it. And there's always it's so much more for me to do. So
Right.
what about you, Elise? Have your stress levels improved or worsened over the years? And how have you managed your stress lately?
I'd say my stress levels have definitely improved over the years, going from a consistent people pleaser to actually putting myself first more, getting out of certain work environments also, and being really intentional about who I give my energy to, who I share my
Mhm.
energy with, and things like that. Because I didn't realize how stressful it can be to be depleted of energy and then be given a problem from the source that depleted you. So, like, I know I tripped over that word, but like,
No, you didn't. I
so
heard
to
nothing wrong.
okay, great, because I thought I did a
You
stumble,
probably
but
did,
that's
but I
good.
ain't hear shit.
I appreciate it. I
Mhm.
appreciate it. And then in this moment here, like having people who are encouraged
Mhm.
and actually speak life and joy and grace into me makes a big difference as opposed to people who spoke negativity or insecurity or not insecurity, that's not the word, but like
Uncertainty.
uncertainty. Yes, uncertainty and uh just constant criticism.
Yeah, but they call it constructive criticism. So you can't be mad at me
Right.
because it's constructive criticism. No,
Ex
it's actually what you think I should do.
right.
And how is that constructive? It's not like this is
Because I'm
unsolicited advice,
disagreeing with you
bitch.
or not doing what you think I should do doesn't necessarily make what I'm doing wrong. It just makes it
Exactly. It's
what
just
you
not what
wouldn't
you would
do.
do. And
That's
guess what? We're talking about my life, not
that
yours.
work.
So
So, yeah.
shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
removing those kinds of people from my life and being very observant and discerning the different ways that those kinds of people can show up because they can look good at first to you as far as like, oh, this is safe. This feels right, but it's a lot of subtlety and nuance with some. And so how I've been managing it in addition to that is continue with my grounding practices, being consistent with that, incorporating more play into my life and
What kind of play? What does
doing
that
things.
mean?
So, incorporating play into my life is doing things that bring me joy, make me feel childlike, inspire, or trigger my curiosity. Things that grow me, but also bring me pleasure. So, play can be me building with Legos. It can be me learning a new thing. It can be me dressing up and trying new color combinations or playing in makeup or playing with my hair, doing something different that I haven't done before. It could be
So
going out.
seriously being unserious.
Yes, that's thank you.
Serious about being unserious. Like I
Those
just get to
those
do
are
shit.
great words. That's
I just got her
perfect.
doing shit.
That
And it felt good.
that's exactly it. Like if I want to
Mhm.
fly a motherfucking kite, I'm gonna fly a motherfucking kite. Like that's
Ooh, the boys just got kites for Christmas though.
did they?
Let me know
I'm
when you
so
wanna go.
excited. Yes. So to me, that's incorporate and play and make being like just really purposeful in doing that in my life
Mhm.
brings me back into the present and reduces my stress.
That's awesome.
Yes, yeah. So, if you have been listening, stress happens. It happens and it's something we can't control. Every stressor is one that either can't be controlled or you created yourself. I
Mhm.
realized for a point in time I was creating my own stress
I think
because
we
I was
all
worrying,
have.
yes, worrying about stuff that we ain't had no business worrying about, giving energy to stuff we ain't had no business giving it to.
We didn't know the power of wealth.
That did not know. I love it, yes, but if nothing else, when those stresses arise, when the things that you can't control come up, remember the one thing you can't control is you. How you respond, how you think, how you react, creating those boundaries, how you manage it going forward, which is managing your internal environment, being mindful of how you feel, not ignoring how you feel or what physically is going on, just being more present and aware. And I know present is a buzzword, but just being less, what's the word, avoidant in your life and being more curious about, well, what is that feeling? Where is this coming from? What is happening right now? Why am I triggered? It sounds like it can be a lot, but it's the one thing that could save you from having a stress related heart attack. It could be the one thing that saves you from being chronically overwhelmed because you decided to delegate to someone else or you decided to seek mental health instead of relying solely on yourself or on prayer alone for something that actually needs conversation, a spotlight on it so you can address it,
Mhm.
or even medication.
Yeah.
At times, you might need to be medicated for your anxiety. It can be a chemistry related thing.
Yeah.
Saying all that to say, don't be discouraged by your stress. Be encouraged knowing that there are solutions, there are ways to deal with it, and it can be done. If nothing else, live life with wealth.
I was like, "What's she about to say?" Because I was on every word. If nothing else, live life with wealth.
The hand motion set it off. Now I feel like I left it out. I didn't put the secret sauce on it. That hand motion gave it some pizzazz. I like that. I like that.
Hilarious. Yes, I love it. And if you love our content, go ahead and follow us on our socials on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Full Time Black Woman, as well as Facebook. If there are any questions that you may have or topics you would like us to discuss, go ahead and send us an email, fulltimeblackwoman@gmail.com. That is fulltimeblackwoman@gmail.com.
And with that brings us to the end of another episode. We hope you had a fantastic time. And remember, we are here for you full time from coffee to wine.
And play your power perfectly.
Peace.
Bye.